Okay, yeah, we got chemtrails. So it's March 1st, Tuesday, March 1st, 2016. And this is my family, my dad Ron, and my mom Becky, and the dogs Bailey and Hershey. And we're gonna show you our farm and go over a few things with what we're gonna teach you this year. The only tree that I didn't know, I know that's an apple tree, right?
That's peach.
Oh, that's peach tree.
Peach tree?
And then this is...
we don't know. It's just like a science project. It doesn't know whether it wants to produce anything yet, but it's probably peach.
Yeah, we're supposed to actually...
Nothing last year. That's apple, very small apples, little apples. Very sour.
And then that's...
Peach, awesome peaches.
And then...
Spinach and chard, Swiss chard.
That's what we grew.
Swiss chard, plus some flowers in there to attract good bugs.
That's what we grew last year.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you guys updated. We're gonna keep you guys updated with some videos.
Hey, while you're here, so you don't forget it, right by.
Yeah, these are the grape trees that we discovered last year. Surrounded by a massive bush that's got to get chopped out. The vine, the actual grape is coming out right here. Oh yeah.
And it's getting smashed by this wall too that has to be taken down. So the whole wall's got to come out.
So we'll do that this year.
Yeah.
This over here is 40 fruit trees in here.
Oh, and on these trees, every one of these has got to be dug out and hit with compost and mulch, and we just do one a day for 2 weeks. We'll have it done. One a day each.
Yeah, and we got to
2
mulch
weeks.
around there too, right?
What?
We have to mulch around there too, right?
Just compost it and mulch it, dig it out. They all got to be dug out. They haven't been dug out in years. Seven, probably 10.
How many did we have producing last year?
25.
So we had 25
Out of
fruit
40.
trees. Now this is our garden from last year. All these posts and everything we dug up from around the property. It was actually, a lot of this was buried. But all the fencing, the rock actually we hand dug from actually under here where we dug a trench. There was actually rock under there that we...
And all these beds, including this one.
Oh wow, those are strawberries?
Yeah, we buried them, so we'll start
Coming back.
This is going to develop.
They'll all come back.
This is all off of just
wow.
2 strawberry plants, and we kept taking the smaller ones, so we got all the way out to here now.
But these beds, this
wow.
one, all the way down, all these beds in here are double dug. That tiller won't do it. You got to, in organic gardening, you got to double dig. You got to go down 2 feet. If you just look up the double dig method, and it's the best.
Yeah, it was very successul for us.
Definitely for organic gardening, you got to double dig. You have to get a shovel. A tiller ain't gonna do it.
Here's
Oh.
carrots.
You're gonna have to
See
dig.
what we got here. You can see down here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got some good carrots.
Actually, this is the first
yeah.
time we've actually looked under this ourselves.
It's too hard, but the
Edible.
carrots are in there.
Yeah, the ground's still frozen. Pretty
Oh
good.
wow.
So you can see
Oh,
we've
there's
got
good
some.
ones.
Oh
So
wow.
these are still. So even if we don't eat them,
Oh,
The
there's
chickens,
there's
oh,
a nice
wow.
one.
chicken, that's
Oh,
a nice
yeah.
one. That's
Hell,
part
I'll
of
eat
dinner.
that. I'll
That's
eat
part of
that
dinner.
one.
Dinner tonight. So
I'll
yeah,
eat
And
all
then-
those.
And then up
I'll eat
here,
all those.
this is all
up here on the top, we have rose bushes up here. There's 4 of them up there. We're gonna do that this year as well. We were successful on that, so we're gonna show you guys that. And then, what are we growing in here this year?
Probably tomatoes, green beans. We had really good success with
Not
green
many
beans.
vine plants.
No
like
vine
that.
plants. We did take over last year.
Yeah,
with
they
the
took
spaghetti
over this
squash and
whole
pumpkins.
thing. It
That'll
was
go
like-
down below.
It was like jungle. It was a
But
jungle.
red
You couldn't even
peppers,
move in here.
Tomatoes, green beans, and anything else that will partner with those.
That's strawberries in there.
Yeah, this is
Oh yeah.
In here, coming back up. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
They'll come back up. They'll produce this year.
Yeah, we'll have strawberries in the spring here.
So we'll do videos on that.
This was just spot dug, and wherever you planted, wherever we put the plant, we just dug about a foot and then 2 feet down, mixed in mulch. We didn't double dig the whole bed like we did over there on that bed. So we'll probably double dig this one this year and do something with it.
And then the ladder was just for vine plants to climb up.
Crook.
Yeah, we found that. It's funny, all this stuff was buried. It's just,
Yeah, this is all repurposed wood. Not much expense at all. Just labor, all labor.
Then up here, this stuff, we got onions growing inside here.
wild
This is going to
onions.
be a flower.
green onions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had big sunflowers growing.
Massive onions.
These are all going to come out. So we've got to get all cleared out. And then these are going to be, this is all onions.
Wow. So we got to clean that up, and then this is, we had tomatoes here.
Pumpkins and tomatoes in here.
This we call the stove garden.
Stove garden.
That's an old stove that was left here on the property as well.
Got a fire pit over here. Needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, that's gonna be, well, we'll do this video one day. That's a cabin we're rebuilding, and that's a trailer we're turning into a cabin. That's the rest of our fruit trees over there. Actually, we'll go this way.
Yeah, those, on this orchard, everything's produced, but not to its potential, except for the little one down there that's struggling. This is, look at this. This is what's left over from mullein, and the leaves you can use for a lot of different medicinal
Well, here it is
things.
when it's in the first year.
Yeah, that's the first year. That's when it's good. You get those leaves.
Yeah, you turn it into
Turn it
tea.
It's also good for your
Used
skin.
for tea.
And then the second year it
Compress.
grows like this. And then now this year this will be dead. This is all
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put that in the compost.
It dies off once it seeds.
Yeah.
And then it's brought to Yeah.
We've also got wild alfalfa growing out here too. We cut it to the trees.
What are we, I forgot what we're doing in here.
This is just going to be
A
all
lot
cleared
of
out.
digging.
This could actually be a pumpkin patch as well because
Yeah.
the animals, the rabbits won't eat pumpkins. So
No, you just let it grow wild
let it
through
grow.
here. I think you're right. Pumpkin
pumpkin could go good
pumpkin
for
on
your
that with that
spaghetti
south
sauce.
facing slope. Oh yeah.
Might as well. Might as well throw something
Yeah. So
Okay, and then now these are the composts.
this is, like you said, this is the oldest one. This one's well, this one's gonna be 2 years old now.
Oh,
This is what
wow.
we used most of for last year for all those beds. We just mixed it in. I'll try to dig down, but I think it's hard as a rock. It's no way.
Bunch of worms.
No
Well,
way.
that's a good, but that's a good thing
You
though.
ain't getting in
But
there.
that's a good thing that it's hard.
Frozen salt. Well, yeah, it's frozen salt. Another month, probably be able to get a shovel in there.
And then eventually the worms will start.
Oh, the worms are in there now. We just can't get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the oldest one. This is this is a lot of chicken manure, old fruit, and it's kind. I got to once the ground thaws out, I can expand it out and dig post holes and make this one big. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let it build up, and then I'm just gonna slide it this way.
And that's
Once
all.
we can expand it out and get some posts in the ground.
That's chicken manure and everything,
Chicken
huh?
manure, it's just a bunch of, that's kind of a work in progress. I'm gonna test that compost. I don't know, that's gonna be 2 years. You won't be able to use that for 2 years. This,
This is too hot.
yeah,
That's too much
this we won't be able to
manure.
use until probably the spring
They
to
find.
work it in. All these are all, this is the thing about organic gardening. You gotta wait a long time. These are this is what is called cold compost. Because what you do is you add your leaves, you add your nitrogen, you add your carbon, you add your food waste, you add your ashes, whatever you want, and you let it compost for a long period of time. That's called cold composting. There's a big difference between this and hot composting, where you got to constantly turn it. This, you just do it and you just leave it, but you got to leave it for a long time,
But you
and
can
it's
hot-
much better compost.
But you can hot.
It's so much better than hot composting. This is now after you do put all your grass clippings, your leaves, all you put a small layer of dirt on top, and that kind of works in the microorganisms and all the other stuff that builds your soil. This is the heart of organic gardening. This compost right here. If you're gonna do organic gardening, you got to have compost. And
Yeah.
you make your own. It's so easy.
Yes.
But you got it cold. You got to wait a while. You're just gonna have to get used to it.
So this is going to be a big part of our farming
yeah,
this year.
This is all gonna. This won't even be worked in. This stuff. Won't even be worked in, some of it, until the fall. And these big ones, those probably are a year, maybe even 2
Wow.
before we even use them. Yeah. But see, you don't need to with this, because this soil here, we're not gonna have to do anything to it the first year. It's already got tons of nutrients and everything the plants are gonna need for this year. You don't really have to start adding in a lot of composting and doing a lot of that until after you're starting to bring the nutrients out into the plants. So we're just gonna plant.
What are we planting here this year?
Zucchini, squash, probably more pumpkin, more green bean, tomatoes. Of course, a big thing of flowers in the middle to attract the pollinators and everything else. Am I forgetting anything? Am I missing?
No. And then asparagus.
Oh yeah, well, this is asparagus. Actually, this was planted by the previous. She did.
Yeah, these
confirm
take a while. How long? Don't these take
3 years?
3 years.
Plant asparagus.
That's also the same with the fruit trees. Fruit trees, those have been here for what, 7 to 10 years?
10, I think.
Yeah, so around 10 years.
But this asparagus, this was producing a ton of asparagus.
Yeah, we were
last year.
eating and
Because
freezing
nobody
about
watered
every
it
day.
before, and we started watering it, and it was just popping up everywhere.